Hello everyone, now I realize I haven't uploaded for about a month, I think, and that is mainly due to the month. Okay, so the thing with Treasure Cruise is that the months where there is a blitz battle, there is no arena, and arena is kind of like the only content where you can really team build now. Like blitz you can still team build, but it really depends on your box since the boosted list is so restrictive. Another thing about blitz battles is that they only last about 48 hours, I believe, and the start time is real awkward for me. Like, by the time I am able to get teams recorded, nearly 24 hours have already passed, so yeah, it's really just not that great. The video will only be relevant for about 24 hours, and I sometimes just cannot be bothered since content in this game is just once every 1 or 2 weeks. But the team you see on screen here, Komurasaki for most of these teams is not required. She does help with damage on stage 2 as usual, since she is boosted and has rainbow affinity. The guy on the bottom left, he is used to remove the attack down. Robin is here to tank the death hit, nullify it. And this next team, we do have redundancy with Alvida and Luffy, where Alvida provides percent damage reduction, but Luffy provides threshold damage reduction. But Luffy is required to get rid of the 4 turns of bind. I guess you could stall a turn, though I don't know what. No, you'd have to stall 2 turns, maybe not. Like, this team is fine. If you needed to replace units, you'd probably need to replace the entire team, because the only good bind reducing supports are definitely still, like Luffy and Law still have some of the best status effect reduction supports with Corazon, Ace, and Rayleigh. Alvida is just here for affinity. Pretty high boost. One of the first 2.25 times affinity boosts. For this team, I do some questionable special order on the final stage, but that is just to show that Komurasaki was not required at all. If anything, stage 2 is where she is the most helpful. Stasi on this team really does nothing up until level 30 plus, and even then you can use any unit that can remove 1 turn of defense up, since that is what I am assuming to be the amount that you will need. Black Maria should be able to get rid of the silence. I don't think it will be more than 5 turns of silence, and she already gets rid of the 5 turns of defense up. Like I mentioned, after level 30 that defense up is supposed to increase. Usually it's 1 turn. I really doubt it's gonna be more than 1 turn since I think Shinobu reduces it by 6 turns. Yeah, Shinobu reduces defense up by 6 turns, and there's just no way that Bandai is gonna force you to have the boosted unit not be good at the content it was made for. This team is also quite weird. Onami doesn't really do much for this team. She is just a boosted unit, so she has... I actually don't even know if it's double stats anymore. It might just be 1.25 or 1.5. Treasure Map Hyogoro will reduce defense up by 6 turns, meaning you won't have to worry about the increase that occurs after level 30. I am realizing now that you could have probably replaced Nami with a decent orb booster, since you could have tapped Greats here to not trigger local sea monsters buff. Yeah, really not much else to say here. I don't remember why I had a Luffy here. I really don't remember. Oh, I think it's, yeah, he reduced the special bind. And you supposedly can get special binded after level 30. He was also a universal attack booster, so that worked out. You don't need the Vivi and Boa support, since I forgot that Okiku and what's his name had the Wano orb manipulation. Orochi's Sai variation does seem to be, I wouldn't say built around Mihawk, but Mihawk is very, I don't know if it was on purpose or by chance, but he is very good on this. On the second stage, he can be, his special can be used to get rid of the percent damage reduction, but that is good. Usually for legends you don't want to use your special in stage 2, but he does have the thing where if you hit 3 perfects, he gets an even higher attack boost on the following turn. His captain effect also states that he'll resist 10 turns of paralysis, which completely counteracts the paralysis you'll be dealt on the final stage. It should be 5 turns initially and then 6 turns after level 30. Treble on this team is solely to get rid of the resilience. Yeah, the resilience happens later on. Nabi and Robin are just an orb booster here. I guess I could have used them as some sort of orb manipulation as well. But Law is just a very solid chain boundary effect still. Mihawk's super type doesn't do much except increase the in-character's damage by 25%. Another int super type legend that runs favorably here is Reiju. Her special will completely remove paralysis, so 6 turns of paralysis is no deal, no big deal. I forget the other reason she was good. Is that the... Now that I'm thinking about it, it has a lot of good paralysis reducers. They have Marco, Reiju, and Mihawk. Though you usually don't use Mihawk as a captain. Robin support's not required, it's just more buff. Monet, I guess, is also here along for the ride. She doesn't do anything because Shanks already provides a chain boost. You could probably replace Monet with a better orb boost, since Reiju's super type's orb boost is only a double. Ivankov is orb manipulation, and I believe she reduces 5 turns of resilience. The sequence being shown right now is just a one-for-all team that requires both of the new Kizuna rare recruits. They can be used for all variations and gives you extra stuff. Robin and Jinbei, they are a threshold damage reducer that also double up as a base attack booster when you are not facing the set. I don't remember which variation it was, but it's one of them that has threshold damage reduction on stage 2, and none of the boosted units can get rid of it. So on that variation you will have slightly lower damage, probably about 2/3 of what you could normally do. Oh, it's this one, whatever this one is. Yeah. Support Reiju is an attack boost which only applies to Komurasaki, Shinobu, and Robin Jinbei, though you only really care about Komurasaki and Shinobu's damage output since they have just such high stats and rainbow affinity, so they will be dealing the most damage on all variations. You should never be tapping with Yamato last, even with her last tap in mind, since she does not have double stats and is not getting Reiju's attack boost, nor is she getting type affinity most of the time.